Hello everyone, this is Kumar from Juniper Networks testing team. Today I am going to show you in this video how to run RFC 2544 in EX4300 platform to test throughput and latency. RFC 2544 RFC 2544 is a standard developed by IETF, and the standard is required to measure and prove the performance criteria of carrier Ethernet networks. The standard provides an out-of-service benchmarking method to evaluate the performance of networking devices using throughput, back-to-back frame loss and latency test. In this video, I am going to show you how to configure throughput and frame loss test in Spirent test center. Throughput test. Throughput test is nothing but it defines maximum number of frames per second that can be transmitted without any error. So we can come to know that how much maximum number of frames we can send per second into the DAT, so the DAT can handle all the frames without any error. This is a test done to measure the rate limiting capability of Ethernet switch as found in carrier Ethernet services. Second one is the latency test. The latency test is nothing but it measures the time required for a frame to travel from the originating device through the network to the destination device. So we can call it as end-to-end testing. Also, this test can be configured to measure the round trip time. So the round trip time is nothing but the time required for a frame to travel from originating device to destination device and again comes back to the originating device. That is called round trip time. And there is a test called frame loss test. The frame loss test is nothing but it measures the network's response in overload conditions. So a critical indicator of the network's ability to support real-time applications in which large amount of frame loss will rapidly degrade the service quality. As there is no retransmitter in real-time applications, these services might rapidly become unusable if frame loss is not controlled. And the final test is a back-to-back test. The back-to-back test, also known as a burst test. So it will test the buffer capability of the switch. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to configure the first two tests, that is throughput and latency in EX4300 platform. I'm going to use a demo setup. In my demo setup, I have a DAT, that is EX4300 switch, and I have two ports, Ethernet ports, which is connected to the traffic generator. I'm using traffic generator as a Spirent. In this video, mainly focus how to configure RFC 2544 in Spirent. Before going to Spirent configuration, we need to do some initial configuration in the DAT. So I am going to log into the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two ports into one VLAN. I have a port 1 called GE-000. I am putting into a VLAN 10. Making as access port, I'm adding into VLAN member 10. Similarly, I'm going to add G001 into VLAN 10. RFC say test VLAN. Now I just added the support under VLAN 10. Also, I need to do one more basic configuration. So everybody has to remember that. Sorry. If you see the interface, by default the MTU size is 1514 in EX4300. To do the RFC test, we need to test for all kind of frame sizes, including the jumbo frames. So I'm going to change my MTU size to support the jumbo frames. So I'm changing my MTU size to 9216 for both the ports. That's it. So this is the initial configuration required in the DAT for RFC run. So you can add a number of ports. I mean, how many ports you want, you can add ports. and you can do the same configuration. Now I am going to uh, do the configuration in the Spirent. Okay, so I have two Spirent ports. That port 1/3 which is connected to my box, and box G000. Similarly, 1/4 which is connected to my that Z001. So what you need to do is just you have to go to tools. There is one option called wizards. In that you have multiple options. Just select benchmarking. You can see RFC 2544, RFC 2889, RFC 3918. So now we are going to select RFC 2544. Just click next. It may take some time. Yes. So you can see all four kind of test: back-to-back test, frameless test, latency test, and throughput test. So I am going to select latency test and throughput test. Also we have RFC 5186 IPv6 benchmarking test option also. So these and all optional, so no need to not required for this test. So just select next. Now you need to configure the endpoints. So just select ports. We are adding two ports. So if you want to enable some protocols, you can enable this access or routing and switching. But we are not going to enable any protocols. Just we are going to check the L2 traffic latency. These and all you can leave it as default configs. So if you want to change the MAC, you can change. Okay, so by default it has taken these two MACs for these two ports, and it will configure as a end points, device 1 and device 2. Just click finish. Just click next. So we have a distribution, pair, backbone, and fully meshed. Similarly, we have a protocol, encapsulation, IPv4, and we have one-to-one and one-to-many. So I always suggest you just click fully meshed and select multiple ports. You have an option called select all, and you just click next. Sorry, I clicked back again. Okay. So we have option here to select the scheduling, and we can change the latency type, that is LILO, LIFO, FIFO. So our switch is EX4300 switch is a store and forward model. So just click LIFO and enable laning. You can make it as L2 laning. And you want to measure jitter, you can enable that. If you want to verify the traffic iterations, you can do that, but it's not required. Okay, for latency test, how many trials you want to do that? So for example, if you want multiple trials, you can select how many trials you want, or if you want to go with one trial, just configure. So what is the trial duration? So how many seconds or how many minutes you want to run the trial? So till that it will keep on send the traffic to the DAT. And we have a main column called load. So traffic load. So what load you want to configure? Say random. So means minimum 10, maximum 15. So that means 10 percentage of your port capacity it will send the traffic initially, and maximum it will send 50 percentage of your port capacity. If you want, you can increase the step by step load, or you can directly define the custom. So I'm going to directly define, I want to test for line rate, so I just give 100. Similarly, I have some custom frame sizes. By default we have this many frame sizes it will check. So I want to change this. I want to give my custom 28, say 512, say 1024. Say I want to add jumbo frame also. So this every iteration it will use it will pick one by one frame size and it will do the latency test. That's it. So latency distribution, no need to do any changes here. Just go to next. Okay, this is the configuration for throughput test page. So same like how many trials you want, what is the duration for each trial, and load, how you are going to give the load for your throughput test. So you want to give step by step, or you want to give binary, or you want to give combine. So if you want to give step by step, so the upper limit is line rate traffic, that is 100% of your entire capacity of your interface, and the initial rate is 10 by 10%, and step rate is 10%. So it will increase 10, 20, 30 till 100 like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change 99. I'm going to start with 99 and I'm going to increase by 1%. So I'm going to reach by 100. And I have a same frame size configuration here also. I'm going to change however I want, 64, 128, I want to check 512, I want to check 1024, I want to check I want to add jumbo frames. That's it. Done. Just click finish. Okay, if you configured already, I mean if you have any old configuration, it will ask you to delete. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Yeah. So now I'm going to start my test. Actually what I done is by default it should show command sequencer on this side. So it is showing my previous test results actually. So I'm just going to start my test again. So to view the command sequencer is used to start the test or stop the test or pass the test. Just go to view and we have option called command sequencer. So just start your test. So now your test is starting now. So from here on you no need to do anything. So Spirent will take care of that. So it will do it all the test whatever test you are configured. So it starts with the latency test. So see, you can see in the command sequencer what is going on at present. See, you can see trial 1 of 1, frame size 64, the load size is 100%. So now the Spirent is doing the latency test for my frame size of 64, and the test is goes as it is. So what will happen is at the end of the test, once every iteration will finish, it will open a page called Spirent test center results reporter. In this report you can see that the each iteration results in the detailed summary view. So this is my result which I already captured for this test. So what will happen is once your test is done, it will show whether it is pass or fail here. So I'm going to skip that part and just stop my test because I already have a results. Okay, so finally the result reporter will pop up like this and it will show the results of your test. So what you have to do is, I have two tests configured. One is RFC 44 latency and another one is the throughput. If you see the summary view, you have to see the summary view, or you can see the detail view. So if you click here, you have a lot of options. See for each frame size, how it looks, all the stuffs it will see. So better is to you can view the summary view. So in the summary view you can see that, see, I configured for 64, 128, 512, 1024 and 9000 as a frame size. So latency I am seeing some around 2 to 3 microseconds, and I measured jitter also. So This is my latency for EX4300. Similarly, throughput test. So throughput, I because see throughput, you can see I started with a load of 99 percentage, and I incremented to 1%. So again it will be 100. So for each frame size, I have two loads. I say I configured. So for 64 99%, what is the result? For 64 frame size, 100% load or line rate, what is the result? So I result all my throughput results are passed. So which means I didn't get any error, and I didn't get any frame loss. You can see all the details here, how much frame you transmitted for 64 frame size, 128, similarly 512,024 and jumbo frames. You can see frame loss, percent loss, so it's all zero. That's why my test case is passed. You can see the latency also in the throughput test. That's it. Hope you like my video. Thank you.